In the cozy atmosphere of her home, Lily started her morning relaxing on her favorite yellow beanbag chair. Sitting up straight, her round eyes were glued to the TV, watching clips of herself, a sight both adorable and full of pride. When she felt hungry, Lily showed off her independence by running to the fridge and skillfully opening the door to get some milk to drink. A moment later, Dad appeared with a warm smile.
Xem tivi đau bụng hả? Bụng xem nào. Tắm xong đúng không? Đúng rồi. Hết rồi à? Góc này còn không? Không chưa, hết chưa? Hết chưa, ta bấy này. Rồi, đây. Nhưng mà này hết rồi, còn tí này. Đấy, còn xíu này. Đúng rồi, nó tắm. Đây các bạn. Rồi bấy này. Đây. Rồi, qua đây ngồi chơi nhé. Quay lại. Chào mọi người nào. Xin chào mọi người nhé. Mọi người thông cảm nhé. Vừa rồi là ngày Tết Nguyên đán của Việt Nam nên bọn tôi không thể nào ra video được do là thời gian rất là bận nhé. Hôm nay mọi người ra video lại rồi. Lily chào mọi người nhé. Lily chào đi. Lily chào mọi người nào. Đấy, đang mải trên TV rồi. Xin chào mọi người. Bây giờ Tết xong rồi nên mà mình sẽ ra video đẹp hơn các bạn nhé. Ly hôm nay đi chơi nhé, được không? Mình đi chơi nhé, đi ra ngoài chơi để đi ăn nhé, được không? Ha?
Okay. After a friendly greeting, he softly invited Lily for a walk around the village to enjoy the lingering spring air.
Đi mua trái cây ăn không?
And Lily happily agreed.
Không phải xem TV kìa. Chắc là mọi người nhớ Lily lắm đúng không? Kìa, Lily kìa. Ai nhớ Lily kìa, Lily không?
Dressed in a bright pink fleece outfit, she looked just like a little flower blooming in the spring weather. Hand in hand, the two of them strolled through the village's clean concrete paths. Full of energy, Lily walked briskly, though she would occasionally stop to curiously peek at the vibrant wildflowers lining the road.
Đi thẳng đi. Rồi, đi thẳng đi. Trời ơi. Đi nào đi. Đây đi này. Bạn cho vườn không? Bạn cho vườn không?
Their first interesting stop was a lush green vegetable garden belonging to a local. There, Lily marveled at the fresh rows of cabbage and the trellises heavy with long string beans. With her curious nature, she touched the leaves gently with her tiny hands as if trying to feel the plant's life force. Lily even excitedly climbed up the trellis to get a closer look at the long beans dangling right in front of her. Amidst the vast greenery, Lily looked so lively and natural.
Ây cha, ngon quá ha. Ôi, dâu ngon nhỉ. Này Ly ơi.
Just like a little monkey, truly blending into the wild, the joy doubled when Dad picked some ripe wild mulberries for her to snack on.
Đây. Hôm nay Ly đi chơi xuân nhé. Nào, đứng lên nào. Đấy.
Which she enjoyed immensely.
Oh. Đây này. Đúng rồi. Này, cầm lấy Ly. Ok. Nè. Thấy không? Đó. Oh. Còn không? Thế nào? Đây này. Này, Lily. Đúng rồi, đi nào.
Leaving the garden, the two continued their walk along the peaceful river bank. Lily frolicked on the fine golden sand, occasionally stooping down to play with it, enjoying the cool feeling beneath her feet.
Rơi kìa. Vô đây Ly. Suối đâu? Mang đây. Đi nào. Xem có gì không?
When they reached a lush green patch of grass by the river, Dad gently pulled out a bag full of delicious fruit he had prepared.
Ngồi đây, trái cây nhé. Đây, đi ngồi đây.
Lily sat neatly on the grass, her eyes sparkling with excitement as she patiently waited for Dad to peel each piece for her. First were the ripe, juicy grapes, which Lily savored happily and contentedly.
Ăn từ từ thôi nhé. Đây này. Được không?
Next, a sweet little lesson unfolded as Dad taught Lily how to peel a kumquat and eat it segment by segment.
Ngon không Ly? Đó, hơi bị ngọt đúng không? Ngồi đấy con, ngồi đấy con. Đúng rồi. Ngồi xuống. Này, con bóc đi. Bóc đi. Này, bóc cho Ly xem nhé. Đây, 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 đây. Này. Bóc đi, bóc kia. Đây này. Bóc này. Thấy không? Bóc này. Ly, bóc này. Bóc này Ly. Đi bóc đi. Bóc đi. Đúng rồi, bóc đi. Bóc đây đi. Bóc đi hả?
The small picnic in the open air, accompanied by the sound of lapping waves and Dad's love, created a truly complete and meaningful spring memory for little Lily.
Đây. Đúng rồi, con cắn ăn đúng rồi. Hôm nay ăn no rồi về nhé. Ăn no đi chơi xong rồi về nhé. Ngồi xuống. Ngồi xuống. Đúng rồi, ngồi xuống. Đấy. Này, bóc đi xem nhé này. Đó, thấy không? Thấy bẩn đó.
The day continued peacefully in Lily's small house. While Lily was focused on studying at her desk with the serious face of a model student, her dad was busy preparing lunch. Suddenly, he realized the spice jar was empty at the most critical moment. Seeing that his daughter had finished her work, he gently asked for a favor.
Có nhà kính à? Rồi. Bây giờ bạn thiếu ít gia vị ấy.
Lily, can you help me go to the supermarket to buy some MSG?
Okay.
Nó làm xong rồi đúng không?
Without a moment's hesitation, Lily happily nodded.
Ăn cơm nhá. Được chưa? Đi nào. Đây, đi tí ha. Đây, để vào đây túi nhá.
Her dad carefully put a small red and green knitted bag around her neck, containing some change and careful instructions.
Đây ha, để mà để đây cho Ly nhá. Đi cẩn thận nha.
To Lily, this wasn't just a chore. It was a proud mission to help her beloved dad. To start her journey, Lily ran to the yard to find Sam, her best friend, the pig, who was always ready to go.
Hi.
With great skill, Lily hopped onto Sam's back, holding on tight. The image of the little monkey, in her straw hat and crossbody bag, sitting proudly on a pink pig walking down the Green Village Road, brought a smile to everyone who saw them. Stepping into the supermarket, Lily wasn't shy at all. She walked confidently through the aisles like a real homemaker. She went straight to the snack and candy section, her round eyes sparkling at the sight of her favorite treats.
Mình mua cho bánh gia vị rồi về mình ăn cơm nhé.
Mình mua cho bánh gia vị rồi về mình ăn cơm nhé.
Chưa?
For a moment, she paused in front of the tempting snacks, but then, as if remembering her dad's words, she resolutely turned away to find the spice aisle. After a bit of searching, she skillfully picked out exactly the bag of the MMSG her dad needed. At the checkout counter, she opened her knitted bag, handed the money to the cashier, and waited politely for her change. Mission accomplished, Lily hurried home. She climbed onto the kitchen counter and handed the spice bag to her dad, with eyes full of joy. Receiving a warm pat on the head and praise from her dad, Lily felt incredibly happy, knowing she had helped him finish the meal on time.
Này là gia vị thôi. Có thêm tí gia vị nó mới ngon được ha. Đấy. Ngồi chờ bác tí, sắp xong rồi. Hôm nay bà bỏ trong cái này thôi ha.
Wow.
Rồi, được rồi. Thôi, đi ra ăn ha. Ba chuẩn bị đồ ăn cho lợn này nhé. Đồ ăn cho ỉn ha. Đồ ăn cho ỉn ba chuẩn bị sẵn rồi đấy. Bây giờ mình mang cho để ỉn ăn ha. Chờ ba tí nha. Rồi, đi ra đây nè. Cơm ha, cơm ha. Rồi, chờ bà tí nha. Thế rồi. Đây này, hôm nay có cà rốt này, có đậu, có khoai lang nhá. Đây ăn cà rốt trước ha. Hôm nay mình ăn cà rốt trước nha.
Lunch that day seemed even more delicious than usual. Lily sat properly in her wooden chair, enjoying pieces of carrots, beans, and purple sweet potatoes with her fork.
Tuyệt vời. Đấy, đúng rồi, đi dạo quá. Vào ăn đi. Con ăn thôi. Nhớ cẩn thận Lily nhé. Đấy. Để ăn đậu đi. Ăn thử, đúng rồi. Anh biết là nó ngon hay không chứ. Đây. Đây này. Thấy chưa, ngon nào. Với lại những khác nha. Đây, nhìn ban này không, nè. Thấy không? Đây, còn đi đây. Cà rốt hả? À, có vẻ như mà Ly cũng rất thích đậu mọi người ạ. Mình lấy cà rốt cho Ly nhá. Đây. Sẽ tìm cà rốt ha. Cho nó chỉ này cho Ly nhá. Đây. Đó. Wow. Đúng rồi. Giỏi quá. Thêm cà rốt ha. Đây. Vai mệt ha. Đây, thêm cà rốt cho con nhá. Mạnh lên con, đúng rồi, mạnh lên. Ý giời. Ý dạ, ý dạ. Ý dạ. Đây, mình chỉnh lại này là gì? Đây, 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 đây. Đấy, đây gọi xong ha. Cắm mạnh lên không? Cắm mạnh dưới nào? Cắm mạnh dưới chứ. Đây, cần phải cắm mạnh này. Đúng rồi. Thì cà rốt ha. Mình ăn từng món một nhỉ. Đúng rồi. Chờ bà tí đi, phải là lấy cái này cho Ly nhé. Này cái hợp với Ly hơn này. Đây. Để ta phục vụ Ly nhé. Đây. Đấy, hợp rồi đúng không? Đây. Hay quá. Đây nè. Đúng rồi, ui hợp quá rồi, hợp quá rồi. Rồi, hôm nay bà chỉ món khoai nhá. Đây. Được không? Đó được nhỉ. Đó được. Đấy. Đó ngon luôn đúng không Ly? Ủa ngon quá, ngon quá. Đây, bánh to luôn. Ngon nhỉ. Này, thì còn lớn cảm nhận nó sướng này. Đó. Còn này ban nhé, còn này ban ha. Ngon quá. Thôi xong rồi hả? Xong chưa? Rồi, đi ha. Để ba dọn mình cho nhau ăn nhé. Con ngồi để chờ đi. Bây giờ mình mang cái này cho nhau ăn nhé.
The story ends with a touching scene. After a full meal, Lily and her dad brought food out to the yard for Sam.
Đâu heo đâu? Sắp ba cho heo thế nào? Lấy heo giúp Ly hả?
She sat lightly on Sam's back, her tiny hand gently stroking her friend, while Sam peacefully enjoyed his meal on the green grass.
Để chơi nhé. Đi đi chơi ha.
It was a beautiful moment of love and sharing, a reminder that happiness often comes from the smallest, most sincere deeds. It was a beautiful morning. Lily started her day with a trip to the garden with her dad, wearing a cute little straw hat to shield her from the sun and a bamboo basket on her back. She looked like a professional little farmer. At the garden, they stopped by a trellis of yard-long beans, heavy with fruit. Being naturally nimble, Lily clambered skillfully up the bamboo poles.
Chưa? Thử đi, ăn thử đi. Ăn thử đi. Ngon không?
While working hard, the mischievous little monkey even tried a raw bean right off the vine to check the quality for lunch.
Để bà tìm những cái đậu non để ăn nhé. Này, lại chơi này đi.
Oh, wow.
Không? Nè.
Dad.
Nè. Oh. Ăn quả non mới ngon
Her
đấy nhá.
tiny, clever hands picked each long bean and tucked them into her basket.
Nó đi vào đây này. Đúng rồi.
Hả? Oh.
Hơi nhiều đi ha. Đi ơi. Đi chưa? Đi về thôi.
Ahem.
Once the basket was full, the two returned home.
Ở đây con. Đúng rồi, ở đây ngồi này. Đây. Bây giờ phụ ba bẻ này tí không?
Okay.
Rồi.
Lily continued to help her dad by snapping the beans into small pieces for cooking.
Đó, con bỏ đây nha. Đây. Đây. Bẻ, bỏ đây này. Đó, thấy chưa? Đây, xong rồi ha. Ui, giỏi quá. Bỏ lên con. Đúng rồi, giỏi quá. Này, bẻ thử cái này đây. Giỏi quá. Thôi ngồi đây nhá, ngồi đây chờ ba tí nhá. Ngồi đi xem tivi chờ ba tí.
While her dad was busy in the kitchen, Lily rested on a small hammock, enjoying the cool breeze. Suddenly, she looked out at the yard and saw a messy sight. Plastic bottles and cans scattered everywhere.
Wow.
Instead of just sitting there, Lily had a wonderful idea. She would collect all this scrap to sell and help her dad. The little monkey picked up every bottle and can and neatly arranged them in her small wooden cart. Once the cart was piled high, Lily used all her tiny strength to pull it out the gate, beginning her journey along the village road. She pulled her cart through familiar paths until she stopped at a scrap collection spot with a sign that read Vechai.
Hi.
Bạn giúp bỏ vào đây cho tôi nhé.
Okay. One.
Here, Lily was a total professional. She took each bottle out and placed it into the seller's red basket for weighing.
4.
Cũng được nhiều đó. Để mình cân thử nha. Bạn xem nè. Đây của bạn 20.000. Của bạn được 20.000 nha. Để mình lấy tiền cho. Của bạn nè.
After checking the amount, the seller handed Lily a 20,000 Vietnamese dong bill. Lily held the money carefully with both hands, her eyes sparkling with pride, before quickly pulling her empty cart back home.
Ủa, đi đâu về Ly?
As soon as she reached the door, Lily ran to her dad and handed him the money she had earned.
Qua tay ghế ngồi chào bà tí đi. Đi qua ghế ngồi đi con. Chào bà tí nha. Có gì cần đấy. Để đâu đi con? Cho ba hả?
Her dad was incredibly surprised and moved by how smart and thoughtful his little girl was. He praised her warmly and kept the money safe for her. To reward her hard work, her dad prepared a delicious lunch.
Yummy.
Quá. Ở đâu ra cái này vậy trời?
On the plate were gifts from nature, fragrant boiled sweet potatoes and the very beans Lily had picked that morning. Lily sat properly in her own chair, using a fork to enjoy her meal politely.
Cái ly đấy. Ngon, mẹ này ngon này. Ngon lắm. Đúng rồi đấy. Ngon quá cầu cái ly hả? Ăn đi ha.
It wasn't just a tasty meal, it was the sweet flavor of her own hard work. Under the scorching heat of a summer noon, the dad was still hard at work in the little garden, his hoe in hand. Every strike against the earth sounded heavy, and sweat soaked through the back of his shirt. Not far away, the little monkey, Lily, was enjoying the carefree moments of childhood. Her bright laughter rang out as she swung around, then playfully hopped onto the back of her friend Sam the pig to stroll around the garden. Lily's world at that moment was nothing but joy and golden sunshine. As the sun grew more intense, it drained the last of the dad's strength.
Dad.
Ngồi chơi cẩn thận nhé.
He tried to push through, but a wave of dizziness hit him like a crashing tide. He stopped, wiping the sweat streaming down his face.
Này nắng quá trời.
His footsteps becoming shaky and unstable. Finally, unable to bear it any longer, he dropped the hoe and took heavy, staggering steps into the house. From a distance, the smile on Lily's face vanished. Her innocent eyes filled with worry as she saw her dad swaying. Inside the simple wooden house, the silence was frightening. Her dad lay motionless on the bed, his breathing heavy.
Gosh. Dad.
Lily rushed in, her small feet quickly climbing onto the bed.
Dad.
Lily. Bác đang nghỉ tí ha. Tí nữa kiếm chị Julian nha.
Aww.
She pressed her tiny hand against his forehead, then his chest. He was so hot. His whole body felt like burning coal. Lily's little heart tightened with fear. Quick as a flash, Lily found the thermometer. The numbers signaled a high fever. She frantically searched through family medical kit, hoping to find a pill or a cooling patch. But the box was empty. Panic began to creep in. Lily ran to her piggy bank, her own little bank. She shook it hard and turned it upside down, but not a single coin fell out. The reality of their poverty suddenly became very clear to her. How can I save Dad? Lily looked around in despair. Suddenly, her eyes landed on the corner of her study desk. There sat her white laptop, her most precious possession, her best friend that she always cherished. Lily looked at the laptop, then back at her dad, groaning with fever. There was a moment of hesitation, a pang of regret, but her love for her dad won over everything. With determination in her eyes, Lily hugged the laptop tight.
Hi. Oh. Hmm? Oh. Hi. Chào bạn.
At the scrap dealer shop, Lily held out her favorite toy. The owner took it and handed her
Chắc không quyết định của mình chứ. Được rồi, nó cũng được đấy. Tôi
a
sẽ
small amount of money. Even though she knew it wasn't much, to Lily at that moment, it was a fortune. It was the hope that her dad
tiền của bạn
would get
rồi.
well.
Cảm ơn nhé. Tạm biệt.
Clutching the small bills in her hand, Lily urged Sam to run as fast as he could to the grocery store. She bravely used all that money to buy a pack of cooling patches.
Rồi đây, quà của Ly nè. Rồi, bye Ly nha.
Bye bye.
Without wasting a second, she and her companion hurried back home. Back at the house, seeing her dad still unconscious, Lily's hands trembled as she tore open the packaging.
Ô, mua gì cho ba đây? Mua gì đấy? Xem nào. Ô, trời ơi, sao biết là mua cái này Ly? Sao biết mua này hay à? Hay bà thế ha. Đúng rồi. Cái này á, cái này biết làm gì không? Cái này để dán đầu nè, dán đầu ốm nè. Thấy không? Ba hay dán cho Ly đấy. Thấy không? Nè. Đây này.
The coolness from the patch, combined with the warmth of his daughter's love, helped the dad slowly wake up.
Đấy, thấy chưa? Đi dạo quá ha. Cảm ơn Ly nhé.
He opened his eyes, feeling his head grow lighter. He opened his arms wide, and Lily flew into them like a little bird returning to its nest.
Đúng rồi.
In that small house, though lacking in material things, they were rich in love as the two of them lay there, holding each other peacefully.
Anh nghỉ tí ha. Nghỉ tí ha. Đi lấy sữa cho Ly uống ha. Được không?
Lily had lost her favorite item, but she had kept the most precious thing in the world, her dad's smile and his health.
Dad. Dad.
After days of struggling with the illness, the dad woke up to the gentle morning sun of a new day. Once his health had stabilized, the first thing he did was walk into Lily's room, intending to play office with her, like they always did. But as soon as he looked at the corner of her desk, he froze.
Máy tính của Ly đâu rồi?
The empty space on the desk, where the pink laptop she cherished usually sat,
Máy tính đi đâu rồi?
was now covered in a thin layer of dust.
Ly, máy tính của con đâu?
He gently called Lily over
rồi?
and asked about the missing computer.
Sao? Máy tính của con đâu? Mang đi đâu rồi hả?
Instead of her usual chatter, the little girl looked down, her small
Wow.
hands clutching the hem of her shirt, hesitating to speak.
Oh.
Her eyes avoided his, hiding a secret that a child under 10 years old was trying to carry all on her own. The truth hit him, making his chest
Bà biết
tighten.
rồi.
Lily had sold
rồi.
her favorite
Đi mua
thing.
đồ cho ba đấy hả? Đi mua đồ cho ba hả? Có phải không?
It turned out that
Dạ,
while
hả?
he was bedridden, she had gathered all her courage to go out and exchange her treasure
Ngồi chơi nhá,
for a bit
đợi
of
ba
money
xíu
to
ha.
buy milk and good
Chưa?
food for him
Đợi
to
ba xíu ha,
recover.
biết ở đâu rồi ha.
Without a moment's delay, the dad set out. He went to the place where Lily had left the computer. To him, it wasn't just a piece of plastic. It was proof of his daughter's immense love for him. He wanted to buy it back at any cost, as a way to make up for the sacrifice she had made for him.
Chị cho em lấy cái máy. Hôm qua Lily nó vào nó bán máy tính phải không chị? Em lấy lại cái máy đó ha.
That afternoon, as Lily sat sadly at her desk, her dad quietly walked in behind her. Lily, look what I have for you. He held the computer out in front of her. Lily was stunned for a few seconds, her big round eyes wide with shock. When she realized it was her old best friend back again, happiness exploded on her small face.
Cái này cho Ly nhá, này con cầm lấy này, cầm lấy đi. Đây, cầm lấy cho con đấy. Giỏi lắm.
In a small room filled with the silence of early morning, Lily was sleeping soundly next to her dad. Before the first rays of light could even peek through the leaves, the peaceful sky suddenly shifted. Dark gray clouds rolled in, and soon the sound of rain began to pitter-patter on the green banana leaves in the garden. Lily startled awake. She looked over and saw her dad, still deep in sleep after a long, exhausting day. Suddenly, she remembered, oh no, my clothes are still drying out in the yard. Not wanting to wake her dad, the little girl scurried out to the porch without a second thought.
Oh,
Under the thickening rain, Lily quickly grabbed each shirt and pair of pants from the drying rack. Her tiny hands carefully folded each item into the plastic basket, just the way her dad always did for her.
okay.
Using every ounce of her strength, she lugged the heavy basket into the house. Feeling a quiet sense of relief that she had saved her dad's hard work before everything got soaked. Having completed her big mission, Lily went back to bed. Looking at her dad's sleeping face, she gently climbed up and gave him a soft nudge. Her dad opened his eyes, still a bit groggy.
Ly. Như trời mưa sao hả Ly? Trời mưa.
But immediately bolted up to gather the clothes when he realized it was raining.
Bà quên đồ của Ly mà kìa. Mưa ướt hết nhé. Lấy đồ không? Đây. Đồ.
However, as soon as he stepped out of bed, he was surprised to see the basket of dry clothes already sitting neatly inside.
May quá ha, chưa ướt này.
A happy smile spread across his face. My Lily has truly grown up.
Qua đi con.
You are so smart, my girl.
Sao? Đói bụng chưa? Ta làm đi cho Ly ăn nhé. Đi giỏi quá nhỉ. Đấy, đủ đồ này. Giỏi quá ha. Thôi đi, đi ba làm cho Ly ăn nhé. Làm ăn ha.
To reward her, he led Lily into the kitchen.
Nãy gọi ba dậy hả? Vừa gọi ba dậy ba làm đúng chưa? Gọi đây ba làm cho Ly ăn nhé. Được không?
The small kitchen that morning became livelier than ever.
Mình chiên đậu nhé. Mình chiên đậu trước hay cái này trước nhỉ? Cái này trước nhé. Ba làm khoai tây cà rốt cho Ly nha.
Lily didn't just sit and watch, she was like a tiny assistant, intently observing her dad peel every potato and carrot.
Làm đây ha. Rồi thì luộc nhé. Hai con mình ăn nhé. Rồi Liên ngồi chơi hả? Gọi thứ ba nhé. Này. Đó, gọi đấy. Đấy, cái đấy. Này.
When the prep work was done, she skillfully helped him put the potatoes into the bowl. Her eyes sparkled with joy as she helped her dad prepare the first meal of the day.
đi bỏ cho ba đi, bỏ cho ba đi. Bỏ đây này. Đúng rồi, đây này. Bỏ đi con. Bỏ đi. Đúng rồi, giỏi đó. Đây là mình chiên nhá. Rồi. Bài chiên đậu ấy.
The sizzling sound of tofu frying in the hot pan and the aroma of boiled potatoes and carrots filled the air.
Chiên có đồ ăn ngon nha, thấy không?
Lily sat there, swinging her legs, patiently waiting for the result of their teamwork. To Lily, this wasn't just cooking. These were the most sacred moments of connection. Finally, a colorful tray was served. The white of the rice, the bright orange of the carrots, and the golden brown of the fried tofu.
Đây là củ chiên ha.
Her dad didn't forget to prepare a bowl of rich soy sauce.
Đây, có thêm tí tương chỉ dầu cho nó chấm rất là ngon ha. Đây, lấy cơm lên đi nha. Khoai tây ha. Ngon không? Đây. À, cà rốt hả? Cà rốt hả? À, xin lỗi nha, bà quên. Cà rốt đi ba sẽ ra. Sẽ nhỏ cho đi để ăn nhé. Đấy, bà biết gì khi ăn cà rốt bà quên nhỉ, xin lỗi nhé. Đây, phải cho Ly ăn này ha. Đây, của Ly đây.
Lily began to enjoy her breakfast heartily. She especially loved the sweet pieces of carrot.
Ăn xong cà rốt vào đây cơm Lily ha. Ngon quá hả? Ngon quá. Ta thử miếng cà rốt nha. Cầm miếng này. Biết ăn này không? Thử này không? Được cái đi. Đây, cho Ly thì miếng nhỏ ha. Đi ăn thử đi. Ăn thử đi. Lily ha. Cơm đi đây. Ly thích ăn cái này hả? Ăn ở đây ha. Đấy, cái nào thích ăn bà bỏ đây cho Ly ha. Có thích ăn cái gì con nói nha, bà làm cho. Thích ăn cái gì nói ha.
Seeing his little girl eating so happily, her dad gently cut the pieces even smaller so she could eat more easily.
Để ăn khoai tây nhé. Đi ăn đó bằng cái này.
Inside that small house, even though the rain was pouring outside, it was overflowing with a warmth of love and understanding.
Ồ, Ly thích ăn cơm hả? Tôi vẫn yêu thích cái Ly này nè. Cơm ngon ha.
It was a simple morning, but one filled with so much affection.
After a day of work and rest, the father and daughter prepared for a new trip. The father carried little Lily, who was now changed into a bright pink tracksuit.
Okay.
He held her affectionately, and they walked out into the yard together. He carefully placed Lily on the seat in front of their classic blue motorcycle. Lily was incredibly excited, as if cheering, "Let's go, Dad!" And they began their journey down the winding tree-lined village road. The joy didn't last long. The motorcycle suddenly sputtered and died in the middle of the road. A worried look crossed the father's face as he tried to check the vehicle. Lily, sitting in front, also turned to look at her dad with curious and innocent eyes, as if asking, "What's wrong with the bike, Dad?"
Ngồi im Ly ơi, ngồi im nào. Để ba để xe này. Sao thế?
Her dad got off and began to meticulously inspect the old engine.
Dad.
Seeing her father in trouble, Lily couldn't sit still.
Sao vậy?
She climbed from her seat into the basket on the front, then hopped down to the ground to get closer to her dad. She stood beside him, putting a hand on her head with a thoughtful expression, like a little engineer trying to diagnose the motorcycle's illness.
Xe hư rồi Ly ơi.
"I'll check the engine," Lily seemed to say. She imitated her dad, touching parts of the engine, trying to understand the problem. She showed deep concentration and a strong desire to help.
Sao vậy đi? Sao rồi? Sao bây giờ nhỉ? Ai chà. Bây giờ Lily, con ra kia ngồi chơi nhé.
While her dad was still struggling, Lily had another innocent moment, running to the roadside to pick and taste some small yellow wildflowers. But she quickly returned to her mission. A new idea sparked. She had to find help. She walked by herself down the empty road. Stood in the middle and held up her tiny hand, trying to wave at passing cars in the hope that someone would stop.
Ly đâu rồi? Ly ơi! Ly! Ly ơi! Ly ơi!
Can anyone help my dad? Please help my dad. Her silent pleas echoed in the quiet space.
Hi.
But the cars just rushed past, no one noticing the little girl standing alone. Unable to fix the bike, the father had to start pushing the broken motorcycle. When Lily saw this, she ran after him.
Trời ơi! Ra đây làm gì đây? Hả? Ra đây ba xe nào?
Her dad stopped and lifted his little daughter onto the bike.
Hả?
Lily looked at her dad with loving eyes and said,
Tìm người giúp bà.
"Nobody was willing to help us, Dad."
Giỏi quá ha. Thôi nhưng mà xe mình hư thì vào tiệm
He
nhé,
hugged her
vào
tightly,
tiệm sửa chữa
a
xe
hug
nhé.
to chase
Được
away
chưa?
the disappointment.
Chưa đây không có ai đâu nhé. Thôi đi về ha. Mình đi mua trái cây rồi đi về nhé. Không bị đắt bộ tí được ha. Nha. Ha.
Then he carefully placed Lily in the front basket, and together they slowly pushed the bike along the road home. After their not-so-smooth trip, the father and daughter returned home. In Lily's hands was a basket full of fresh green beans. Her dad bent down, added a few more beans to Lily's basket, and they went out to the garden behind the house.
Vào đây Ly ơi. Ly đang chờ kìa. Thấy không? Đây mình cho xe ăn nhé. Vào đây, đây.
There, Lily brought the basket of beans to the goat's feeding trough. She stood beside it, taking the beans one by one and kindly feeding them by hand.
Bỏ cho bé ăn kìa con. Đúng rồi. Đây đi. Đây đây.
She continued her feeding job, showing her diligence and love for animals.
Đây đi. Đây đây. Đây đây này con. Đây đi. Đó. Đây đi. Thôi đi bán táo nhé. Thôi đi, bỏ dây đi bán táo đi.
Once the task was complete, they went back inside together.
Đây đi. Đây đi.
As soon as they were inside, Lily ran to her familiar little wooden table and sat down properly in her chair. Her father then went to the kitchen, carefully peeled an apple, and cut it into small, bite-sized pieces. He arranged the apple slices on a wooden tray and brought them out to his patiently waiting daughter.
Chờ tí nha. Lấy dĩa con này. Đó. Rồi con ăn đi. Ra ăn táo đi.
With the delicious plate of apples in front of her, Lily picked up a fork, looking quite skillful. spearing each piece of apple herself, she happily enjoyed her snack. After finishing all the apple slices, Lily raised her arms to the sky and gave a satisfying stretch, as if to show she'd had a wonderful snack and was ready for the next adventure with her dad. The sound of the hoe striking the ground was steady, turning over clumps of moist, soft earth, promising a good season of green vegetables for his little girl. Meanwhile, in a corner of the yard, little Lily, in a bright yellow shirt, her hands gripping the wooden fence, her big round eyes fixed on her dad's sturdy back. In her eyes, her dad was immense, so strong. Suddenly, an idea sparked in her mind. Dad is working so hard, I have to do something for him. So she ran quickly back into the house. Lily went to her small desk, where her bag and helmet from the morning still lay. She carefully slung the bag over her shoulder.
Okay.
Then climbed onto a cabinet to reach her blue helmet. She tried to put it on her head, looking quite comical. Her vehicle for the trip was a lovely pink toy car. She excitedly climbed in, gripping the steering wheel. Lily fumbled with all the buttons on the dashboard, but the car remained still. She looked around in confusion, not understanding why her adventure couldn't begin. A little disappointed, Lily quickly came up with a new plan. She climbed out of the car, went back to the cabinet, and swapped the helmet for her straw hat. She now looked like a real tiny farmer. With her straw hat and bag, she decided to undertake a more important mission, to buy water for her hardworking dad in the garden. She toddled down the village path to the small stall at the end of the lane.
Chào Ly nha. Em muốn gì Ly? Em muốn gì con lựa đi nha. Rồi, lựa đi. Miếng này hả? Lấy tiền đây cho ba nha. Giỏi lắm.
She picked up a bottle of water, then solemnly held out her money to pay the shopkeeper, before quickly carrying the water back to her dad. Lily held the bottle, toddling along the dirt path, passing through her secret banana forest to get back to the garden. The water bottle in her hand felt like a precious treasure. Reaching her dad, she offered him the water, then stood on her tiptoes, taking his hat to wipe the beads of sweat from his forehead.
Đi đâu đây?
Her dad's heart melted at this small, yet deeply loving gesture.
Đâu, xem nào. Đây, tôi mở cho. Tôi vào đi mát nhá, nắng quá. Nắng không? Tôi mở nhé, mở đi con. Mở đi. Đây ha.
He didn't drink right away, but opened the bottle and carefully held it to Lily's lips so she could drink first.
Nữa không? Nữa không? Nữa không? Rồi, bà uống nhé, đứng yên con.
Under the afternoon sun, the two shared the cool, refreshing water. The sweetness of the water seemed to blend with the sweetness of their father-daughter bond, simple yet sacred.
Nào, đi về ha.
After their rest, the dad swept his little daughter up into his arms. Together, they walked through the banana garden, passed through the familiar gate, and returned home.
Đưa chị cho Ly này ha. Mình để đi Ly thu hoạch chuối chưa?
The dad's workday ended with that sweet image, an image of boundless love, of peaceful and priceless moments that would forever remain in the memories of them both. In the cozy living room, a little monkey named Lily, dressed in a cute pink and white outfit, was absorbed in her favorite TV show on the soft sofa. Suddenly, her eyes fell upon her father, who was diligently mopping the floor. He suddenly swayed, a look of fatigue and dizziness flashing across his face. Concern immediately appeared on Lily's innocent face. Without a moment's hesitation, she quickly hopped off the couch and her little feet scurried over to her dad.
Sao? Cái bài đâu?
With her tiny hands, Lily tugged on his pant leg, gently pulling him as if to say, "Dad, please take a little break."
Trời ơi, ba đang mệt này. Ba đang mệt chơi Ly đâu? Nhá.
Understanding his daughter's innocent yet sincere concern, they sat down together on the wooden sofa, with Lily sitting obediently in her father's lap, her eyes still fixed on his face.
Lily, ngồi chơi đi con, ba đang nghỉ xíu nha. Sao Lily? Muốn ba nghỉ à? Ba đang nghỉ nhé. Lily, bây giờ bố đang mệt nhá. Bố không chơi Lily được đâu nhá. Sao? Sao? Ba đang đi nghỉ tí nhá. Nghỉ tí nhá. Đây. Ôm tí nào.
When her dad lay down to rest, Lily, still feeling worried, continued to show her care. She ran to a small table, grabbed a cloth, and, imitating her father's movements, diligently cleaned the remaining corners of the house. In her mind, helping her dad finish his work would make him happier and feel better sooner. After her work was done, a sudden idea sparked in Lily's mind. She put on a cute straw hat, took a small basket, and went by herself to the nearby grocery store.
Bạn mua gì đó Lily? Lily mua gì đó?
At first, following a child's instinct, Lily picked out a few cartons of her favorite milk and put them in her basket.
Lần sau ghé mua để Lily.
But then she paused for a moment, her expression thoughtful. The image of her tired father returned to her, and as if remembering something more important,
Có chuyện gì vậy? Bạn mua thuốc à? Cửa hàng tôi không có thuốc, nhưng mà có cái này này Lily. Vitamin này giúp bạn khỏe hơn đấy.
Lily decided to put the milk cartons back and chose a tube of yellow effervescent vitamin C tablets instead. With this healthy gift in her basket, Lily happily returned home. Seeing her father still resting, she gently placed the basket beside him. Her father woke up, his eyes filled with surprise and emotion when he saw the vitamin C.
Ô, này cho bà hả Ly? Thế nào, bà thương nào? Cảm ơn Ly nhá. Thế bà có mũ cho Ly này. Ở đây nhá. Rồi, cảm ơn Ly ha. Cái này uống để giảm sốt cũng được này. Bên này, bên này coi nhé. Rồi, bây giờ lấy nước uống ha. Cảm ơn Ly nhá, được chưa? Rồi đấy, bà lấy cái này bà uống nhé. Mở cái này hả? Mở ra hả?
Understanding that his dad needed water to mix it, Lily quickly ran to the small refrigerator, used all her strength to open the door, took out a bottle of water, and brought it to him.
Rồi, cảm ơn Ly nhá. Để uống thuốc hả? Đây này, ba lấy thuốc này. Xem nhá, xem ba lấy thuốc bảo uống này. Đó, nào.
The father took the bottle, dissolved the tablet,
đây uống luôn nhé.
and drank it with happiness.
Này, thấy không kìa? Thấy chưa?
Lily's small act, filled with so much love, became the most precious medicine of all, soothing away all his fatigue. One quiet afternoon, in their familiar home, Lily was sitting neatly in her favorite yellow beanbag chair. She leaned against her dad as they watched films of their own past adventures on TV. Lily watched the screen intently, occasionally looking up at her dad with eyes full of trust and love. Suddenly, her dad stood up, patting Lily's head and saying, "Be a good girl, Lily. I'm just going to do your laundry." As soon as her dad was out of sight, the mischievous little girl sprang up. An idea sparked in her mind. She toddled over to the small yellow refrigerator, stood on her tiptoes to open the door, and pulled out a bright red apple, almost as big as herself. She happily hugged her prize, returned to her beanbag chair, and began to enjoy her snack. After finishing the apple, Lily went to the table and got a yogurt.
Yummy.
She fumbled to open the lid and then ate it clumsily with a spoon, spilling yogurt all over the table and her pretty t-shirt.
Ủa, Lily? Con làm gì vậy? Đói bụng à?
When her dad returned and saw his little girl's battlefield, he didn't scold her at all. He just gently pointed at the mess, and Lily seemed to understand, looking apologetic.
Chờ tí bà lên bà làm cho ăn chứ hả? Nè, nè, áo này bà mới giặt xong đấy nhỉ, thấy không? Thấy không? Thấy chưa? Bà hết rồi đấy kìa. Táo mà ăn được vứt kìa. Ăn cái gì vậy? Ăn phải cẩn thận chứ, sạch sẽ chứ, thấy chưa? Bà thường nhá, không được như vậy nghe chưa? Này này. Thôi đừng ăn cái đó nữa, đừng bà xúc cho ăn. Đây bà xích cái đây. Đây. Đó. Ăn đi rồi bà thay đồ rồi là quần áo chưa? Giặt đi cho lên cho Ly luôn nhá. Đúng rồi. Sao kêu bà nhé. Con qua lấy giấy đi. Đi qua lấy giấy đi. Kìa. Đúng rồi, qua đây nào.
Her dad gave her a paper towel and patiently showed her how to clean the table. Lily obediently followed his lead, wiping up the yogurt spills and then carrying the dirty paper to the trash can to throw it away.
Nốt nha. Ghê quá. Được chưa? Ghê quá. Rửa hết cái áo rồi kìa. Rồi, hết rồi. Rồi, lấy thêm giấy đi, lấy thêm giấy bắt lau miệng cho. Lấy thêm giấy đi. Rồi, bắt lau miệng cho.
Seeing that his daughter knew how to admit her mistake and fix it, her dad lovingly wiped her hands and mouth, then lifted her up to change her dirty shirt.
Rồi, thôi, không ăn nữa, không ăn nữa nhé. Biết là Ly thích rồi ha. Đây, đây con bỏ thùng rác đi, thùng rác đi. Rồi, qua đây. Đây, đừng có cởi áo đây. Đấy này. Ôi trời, cởi ra, cởi ra. Đây cho ba. Rồi. Để đây mà giặt luôn nhé. Này, đi ra bỏ cái táo thùng rác không? Thùng rác đi. Bỏ thùng rác đi con. Không ăn nữa, bỏ thùng rác đi. Đúng rồi. Ồ, giỏi lắm. Thôi đi đây nè, đi đây ba.